Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments that matter, for the moments you plan and the ones you don't. Built for the busy days that turn into all-night study sessions. The moment you're working from a cafe and realize every outlet's taken. The times you're deep in your flow and the absolute last thing you need is an auto update throwing off your momentum. That's why Dell builds tech that adapts to the way you actually work. Built with long-lasting batteries so you're not scrambling for the closest outlet. And built-in intelligence that makes updates around your schedule, not in the middle of it. They don't build tech for tech's sake. They build it for you. Find technology built for the way you work at Dell.com/Dell PCs. Built for you.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, ABCs of Wealth, Part 1, by Vicki Robin with richandresilientliving.com. In the 2018 update of Your Money or Your Life, after years of observing how real people creatively use the tools to have a high joy to stuff ratio life, I challenged the whole idea of financial independence, or F.I.R.E. Money is a small part of our wealth portfolio. In the new version, I distinguished between national currency and natural currency. National currency is the trading chits in the money system, dollars, financial markets, debt, etc. Natural currency is the flow of gifts, services, and mutual aid between people in communities of place or of tribe. It's all the helping hands, all the skills, all the hot dishes, all the listening ears, all the celebrations and ceremonies, all the rituals and theater, and on and on and on. In short, all the good stuff in life. In the F.I.R.E program, we build both national currency capital and natural currency wealth to have a happy and free life. Multiple forms of capital. In permaculture circles, this is known as multiple forms of capital. To explain this in simple, non-technical language, I spoke about it as the ABCs of wealth, where the A, B, and C refer to this abundance of natural wealth, and little s refer to stuff, as in possessions and bank accounts. Whatever nomenclature you want to assign to it, if you prioritize these natural forms of wealth and capital during your financial accumulation phase, your arrival at financial independence, or F.I.R.E, may come sooner, last longer, and be happier by far. Abilities, belonging, and community are the three forms of natural wealth you build intuitively in the process of aligning how you earn, spend, and save money with your purpose and fulfillment. As you take your eyes off the false prize of more, better, and different stuff, you put them on the real prizes: friends, family, sharing, caring, learning, meeting challenges, intimacy, rest, being present, connected, and respected. In other words, those best things in life that are free. Like all things natural, building this wealth takes time, attention, patience, and reciprocity, or that volleying of giving and receiving that builds relationships. Abilities. A is for abilities, the do-it-yourself skills that save you lots of money and can make you money if you need it. These skills, your experiential and intellectual capital, come as you seek to economize in categories that bring you not joy, like paying a plumber $75 for a house call when for less than $1 and watching a free 15-minute video, you could have fixed it yourself. You begin to realize that the person who can fix the faucet is actually more financially independent than the one who pays the plumber to do it. How many times have you been stymied by a modern convenience that won't work? When you try to get it repaired locally, you're told to send it back to the factory. Shipping alone is more than it would cost to replace it. You'd fix it yourself, but how? Isn't needing money to make it through life actually a form of dependence? If that's so, then asking the question, what would this expenditure look like if I had the time and skills to maintain my possessions myself, will lead you towards less dependence on money to fill your needs. Or perhaps discovering how much life energy goes into restaurant meals inspires you to cook from scratch. You learn to make delicious, healthier meals for far less, which could lead to being a caterer, a chef in a restaurant, or a personal chef with a raft of clients. Faucet washers and home-cooked meals might be just the beginning. You might graduate to DIY deck building or remodeling and be endlessly and lucratively useful to other people. Photography can be a hobby, an art form, or a job. And if you love it, all these things will blend into one pleasure. Bicycle repair, house painting, website building, social media marketing, accounting, and on and on and on, all save you money and make you valuable to others. Sometimes it makes more sense to invest in yourself by attending a training or getting certified in such skills rather than investing in a financial instrument. Get certified as an emergency medical technician, and you'll be a sought-after volunteer, a paid professional, and a better role model for your kids. Post-financial independence, you'll still be a part of the economy. Keep building skills and you'll stay FI and also be able to make money again should the need arise. Having a diversity of skills and abilities is one key to resilience, the capacity to thrive no matter what happens in the financial markets. Honing your skills gives you leverage, freedom, and choice. This diversity of abilities is one form of wealth that you can build over a lifetime to challenge yourself, to do for others, to be of use in your community, to make money if needed, and to meet life with courage. Damon S. was following the traditional path of a university education, a lifelong career with a single company from which he would retire in old age. While he valued the income, a life of wage slavery seemed unappealing, insecure, and difficult to break out of. In a flash of insight, he saw that he had no skills to meet his basic needs, food, water, and shelter, without money. On a mission, he cut expenses, saved, and started his own business. With the surplus time and money, he enrolled in a wilderness college, learning how to live self-sufficiently, survive with nothing in the wild, forage, and grow his own food. He invested national wealth into building natural wealth or living capital, and sees before him a rich life with enough money for what money is good at, and of community, love, and happiness. What could you learn to do for love and money? What have you always wanted to know or never thought you could master? Could you set a goal to do it? What did you love doing as a kid that you could train in now for a side gig or a survival skill? Lifelong learning is a key to happiness. Invest in your ability to survive and thrive and help others. It will keep paying off in an alert mind and a secure place in society long after your years of paid employment come to an end. To be continued. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled ABCs of Wealth by Vicki Robin with richandresilientliving.com.
Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments that matter, for the moments you plan and the ones you don't. Built for the busy days that turn into all-night study sessions. The moment you're working from a cafe and realize every outlet's taken. The times you're deep in your flow and the absolute last thing you need is an auto update throwing off your momentum. That's why Dell builds tech that adapts to the way you actually work, built with long-lasting batteries so you're not scrambling for the closest outlet, and built-in intelligence that makes updates around your schedule, not in the middle of it. They don't build tech for tech's sake. They build it for you. Find technology built for the way you work at Dell.com/DellPCs. Built for you. I don't know about you, but even with regular cleaning, it seems like dust is never ending. That's why so many listeners have discovered Air Doctor, the air purifier that's changing how people breathe. With Air Doctor, users consistently report fewer odors, reduced allergy symptoms, and noticeably better sleep. Its powerful 3-stage filtration captures particles about 100 times smaller than typical air purifiers, including dust, pollen, pet dander, wildfire smoke, bacteria, viruses, and VOCs. Plus, it's whisper quiet with an auto mode feature for optimal air 24/7 and filter change reminders, so there's no guesswork. And Air Doctor even won Newsweek's Reader's Choice Award for Best Air Purifier. Head to airdoctorpro.com and use promo code OFD to get up to $300 off today. Air Doctor comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, plus a 3-year warranty, and $84 value, free. Get this exclusive podcast-only offer now at airdoctorpro.com. AIRDOCTORPRO.com using promo code OFD.
I'm loving this post so far because it reminds me of how resilient and generous the F.I.R.E community is. I created a conference called the Economy Conference, where I get a front row seat to the amazing people in this community, many of which are highly skilled with a lot of time on their hands. While I produce this event on my own, many people come out of the woodwork to assist me during this long weekend. We had a new activity that I was calling speed friendshipping, and I was having trouble figuring out how we could have people switch tables in a simple way where they would meet a new group of people. We had 250 people RSVP for this activity, so it was quite the endeavor. After staring at a spreadsheet for an hour, I ended up reaching out to my friend William, who I know is a math whiz, and he came up with an elegant solution very quickly. I often have trouble asking for help because I don't want to be a burden, so I loved getting this note from William after he figured it out. He said, quote, "This was a fun little problem, by the way. It lit up the problem-solving centers of my brain, pulled in some number theory, modulo arithmetic, whatever that means, and the simulator was a fun project to code up, and it's a practical problem-solving real-world problem. I loved it," end quote. This whole exchange reminded me that tapping into the people around you doesn't make you a burden. You could be providing a source of fun for them. And that'll do it for today, so be sure to come back tomorrow where we'll finish up this post and where your optimal life awaits.